Welcome. We do have Vikaram rathod, batting coach, and he's ready to take your questions. Who wants to go first? Yeah, Rex, you can ask. Give the mic, please. Chandrapal.
Coach,
Right.
there is a good possibility that Sri Lanka could be meeting India in the semi-finals. Will you be giving out all the secrets about Abhishek Sharma and Hardik Pandya?
Maybe you'll need to talk bowling coach of Indian team. I don't know any secrets about them. But no, it'll be great if we get into semi-finals and get an opportunity. But that's still, I think, far off situation. So let's focus on the next game. I think that is where our focus is as a team.
And on a serious note, what has been going on to sort out the batting issues that we saw during the England series? The last few games have been quite comprehensive performances, becoming the first team from Group B to qualify for the second round.
Yes, we played 3 good games, I think. As far as sorting out the issues, I don't think there were any issues anyways. As a team, you'll have some good games. You won't have good games on days. As long as you're focused on the areas that you need to work on, and which we were. We were training well, we were preparing well. So I was not really too concerned with the results in England series. And that is what it is actually. So nothing really has changed. We are still preparing the way we were. And as I said, we played 3 good games. And a few more to come, hopefully.
Madhushka, you can ask.
The last time you were seated there, you mentioned about how for Sri Lanka, maybe power hitting wasn't the way, maybe it was about finding gaps, reducing the dot ball percentage. Yeah. And one of the players who's seemingly taken that on board massively is Pawan Ratnayaka, who's batting with a very high control percentage, but also batting at a rate of above 150. Just a word about him and how he goes about his game, and what has your input been into his play?
My input has been pretty simple. Again, I agree with you. So you need to maximize your strengths. And I think he's a terrific player against spin. He uses his feet really well. He can play the angles. And that's what he's doing. And one honest conversation him was about intent. Keep the intent going. Even when he's playing fast bowlers, if you get a ball which should be hit, you need to hit that ball. Whether it's the first ball of the inning or whether it's 10th ball of the innings. And I think he has taken that on board. He's again preparing really well in the nets. He's practicing well. And we can see the results in the game.
And just a word about the confidence permeating through the batting unit at the moment. Cricket, especially batting, is obviously it's a confidence game. What's the change you have seen from, let's say, post-England series to the first game to what the team is looking like now?
Now, that's a very interesting question. It might go into a very long answer. I don't believe in confidence actually, because confidence goes with the results. And I think as players or as a team, you need to have self-belief or self-esteem, which is more important. So even if Patum scores 2 zeros, he's still a terrific player. So that fact does not change. Confidence will go up or down with the performances, but if we can have belief in ourselves as a team, as individuals, we are doing fine. So the key is, I think, to have that self-esteem that we are a good team, which we are.
How impressed about on the Sri Lanka's batting performances in the previous game against the side like Australia, especially the batters like Pathum Nissanka and Kusal Mendis?
Yeah, very impressive. We played, I think, almost perfect batting innings. So Pathum played one of the better T20 knocks that you'll see. And Kushal has been very consistent and he's been doing that for us again and again. Again, Pawan was really good. So everything went to the plan. So as I said, it was a really good game to have. So that's it basically. And we have good teams, we have good players. And on a certain day, if we play to our potential, we can, I think, get any result that we are looking for.
Coach, a lot has been made of the conditions in the Kettarama versus Pallakere. What's the adjustment been like between the two venues as a batting unit?
Conditions are different. I completely agree. I think I've read a great line. Somebody has said that these are not tough conditions. These are just different conditions. So we need to play differently. That's all. So if you start thinking tough conditions, then you start going into negative space of mind. So as long as we are looking at these as different conditions where you need to adapt and play differently, we are fine. And we have enough skill in our batting unit to adapt to these.
Just 2 quick questions. In terms of the match preview for the match tomorrow, what sort of threat are you expecting from Zimbabwe?
They've played a really good tournament so far. They are very impressive. They have a pretty decent bowling unit. So it'll be a good game. I'm looking forward to a good game. And we hope that we play to our potential and our standards.
So mainly about Zimbabwe's, they are pretty impressive with the ball. What conversations have you had with your team as the batting coach as to how you're sort of going to, take that on, I guess?
I think we'll stick to our plans, our strengths. So I'm not too big into opposition bowlers. It's more to do with our plans and our, what are our strengths. And if we can stick to those plans and have clarity in what we are going to do inside, then I think you can handle any bowler.
Coach, you answered the question about Zimbabwe progressing to the second round. You'll be obviously meeting England. You had a tough series against England a couple of weeks ago. Looking at that game, what are the key areas you think you need to work on to come out with a win?
Nothing. We just need to score more runs than them or get them out before they can get to the target. So nothing changes. As I said, we need to play with our standards, to our potential, to our standards. And if we can do that and, just focus on the game and not think too much about the past or future, we are fine.
Vikaram, how's your experience working with the Sri Lanka setup and someone like Sanajaya Surya, how's that experience?
It's been pretty good actually. To Saran's credit, I think he's very kind with his words because he's given some credit to me and Sri. He's very kind. I think he's very open. He has given us a lot of space to work in, which is great when you come into a new environment. So far it has been really good, and he's very receptive to any new ideas, which is a great quality to have, and kind of stature he has in the team or in the country. So that helps, I think, yeah.
Just a little bit of clarity surrounding the Kusal Janit Pereira, Kamil Mishara situation at the top of the order. You mentioned earlier about how even if Pathum, fails in 2 consecutive games, it doesn't necessarily make him a bad player. So what was the thought process behind switching out Kamil Mishara, who, yes, he's had a bit of a lean stretch, but obviously he's a quality player, so with bringing in Kusal Janit Pereira?
Yeah, I agree with you. He is a quality player, but there were a few games now that sometimes the form comes into question. And KJP also is, I think, a quality player who can play a very impactful knock. So just wanted to see where he stands and what he can bring to the table. And we played him one game, and one failure doesn't change anything. We'll be looking to give him more opportunities, and we are hoping that he comes good.
We are going for 2 more questions, one for Still and one for ICC.
Coach, can you give us any information about Matisha Patirana's injury and a potential replacement for him?
I think he's been declared unfit for the rest of the tournament. I think that news will be coming out if it's already not out. As far as replacement is concerned, I think that is still being discussed.
Final question, yes, you can go.
How critical will the opening phase be with bat and ball to really set the tone for the game against Zimbabwe tomorrow?
Pretty important, Power plays are always important, whether bowling or batting. On this surface maybe even more. So we'll look to start well, in whether we are batting or bowling. But then again, the game goes on for 20 overs, and you need to bat or bowl well for 20 overs to win any game. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you, guys.